let's try to have a topic at least by Friday, so we can kind of move along. I uploaded the kind of updated syllabus to Blackboard, so the presentations are gonna start week 7, starting with group 1, and we'll go from there. We have 7 groups. Discussions, everyone ever able to access that? Okay, cool. And then Wednesday, I'll probably have some sort of class assignment for us to do. Okay, moving forward. So we started off talking about theories and psychological development in chapter 1. We say, hey, it's an integrated approach. No one really has it all figured out. Freud, B.F. Skinner, Vygotsky, right? But it all kind of integrated. So that's how we're gonna move forward once we start looking at an actual human being after birth. Last week we talked about chromosomes, gametes, right? Sex, reproductive cells, how things can change and alter genetically, the structures, all kind of chemical compositions. And this week we're looking at prenatal development, right? So we're looking at development pre-birth, right? Prenatal. Usually broken up into 3 phases, I would say. Developmental phases, right? Germinal phase, which we'll kind of primarily look at today. Bless you. Embryonic phase, right? 3 weeks to about 8 weeks. And then beyond that, we're looking at fetal state, right? So remember we talked about how sperm kind of fuses with the egg in order to create those 46 chromosomes, right? 23 each, the mom and dad, the genetic material. I had a video here that we can kind of watch before we get started, so just to give us a visual. And we say how many sperm on average? Anyone remembers? 100,000. No, close.
100 million.
Huh?
100 million.
Close. Right, about 360 million to 500 million sperm, right? How many eggs? Okay. All right, so we're looking at the moment of release of sperm into the vagina. that'll be your fallopian tube. There's your egg or ovum. Now we see that multiple sperm actually get to the egg, but only one actually penetrates. So the two cells fuse to form a zygote, a fertilized cell. Now that cell kind of implants into the uterine wall. Now it's reproducing into multiple cells very, very quickly. Now it's fully in that uterine lining right there. Okay. Good. So that's what we'll start off at, just so you have a visual representation. Anything interesting you noticed from that? Any questions about that? All right, so a woman has a cycle, a menstrual cycle, right? Once a month, usually. You can skip, depending on several different factors, right? And we say during that cycle, she can ovulate, in which case an egg can be released. 2 fallopian tubes will only come from 1 fallopian tube. Who knows which one, right? Which makes it even more difficult for some of that sperm to get to. It's not sure which location, right? The egg will be located in the fallopian tube. That's where the sperm will meet the egg. 500 million sperm. Right? We said a lot of it kills off because, hey, it's considered almost a foreign agent to the woman. So her white blood cells will kick in and kill off a lot of things, just almost like a virus or a code. Still quite a bit of sperm will make it to the egg. Like, well, how does it know to navigate? Well, we see how that sperm is shaped. It has a big bulbous head, and it has a long tail. Bless you. That head contains the cell information. The tail is used for navigation, right? It almost looks like amphibious creature to navigate through water or fluid. We're like, well, still, how does it know? Well, it has receptors on it to know a few things. One, hormones. It picks up hormone signals, right? So hormones involve chemical and electrical signals as well. The other thing it picks up is heat, right? The ovum or the woman's egg is the largest cell in her body, right? So it actually gives off a little bit more heat than the surrounding cells. So the sperm will kind of identify that there's some heat differences there and navigate its way up there, right? From there, whatever sperm makes it through, it penetrates through the membrane, right? Surrounding outer layer of the egg, it gets inside, it reaches the actual cell, and it fuses and it becomes one cell, right? From there, it begins to split and divide, and it divides rapidly. Now we say, hey, it needs the right kind of environment in order to survive. That's why we have that uterine lining. You're like, well, what composes that uterine lining that the cell will go into to incubate the cell? Well, blood vessels, all sorts of things. And that's why a woman will shed that if she's not pregnant in her cycle. She will shed off that material during her period. Right? She is not pregnant. Now, if she's pregnant, it's like, oh my gosh, I have a period, right? That means that, something has occurred there, being impregnated. Okay, so moving along, right? Several different things can happen along this way, right? We say, all right, it's not that easy peasy just to have